You've probably heard it before all over social media. Men are not needed anymore. We're in the way. We're not as strong as we used to be. But let me tell you something, and you'll learn this today. That is a big fat lie. In fact, actually, this is causing problems such as men not being happy in their families, losing their confidence, and unfortunately, as sad as it is to say, they're losing their lives. Today, we're going to be breaking down a little bit of the fact finders that you need to hear today, even though it may cause some fear, something you don't want to hear because it's all over social media. But don't worry, we're not going to let you down. At the end, we're going to go through 4 actual tips that you can walk away with today, and it will, there's a big statement, will make you feel a little bit better about yourself and live that happy man, happy home.
So if you do sort of like the idea behind these sort of video content, then feel free to like the video, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Me, myself, I am Tom Cockrell. I am a marriage improvement coach dedicated to helping frustrated husbands build a stronger mindset so their marriages can really thrive. And over there, you just heard the wonderful Craig Manners, a stress relief coach who empowers fathers to make them feel like they can be the best family men that they can really be. And you know, if any of this really resonates with you and you want to share your experiences to help the other men that watch this channel, then feel free to leave it in the comments down below. If you do feel like, oh, I actually want to more talk to these guys on a more one-to-one, not on a public forum as the YouTube comments, then feel free to check out the bio for our Facebook links. You can privately DM us. We are here for any man because we are all about making that happy home a happier home.
Scary to say, and I have to say it, in the UK, and I'm not just talking about the UK now, and I know that the USA are very close, but 3 times more than women, men are likely to commit suicide in the UK. This is very scary, and this is usually down to feeling useless or unwanted. We are in a society at the moment when you go on social media, you can guarantee if you type in men or masculinity that you will have things that go against it. Why is this? Well, because strong men are scary in this society, because strong men stand up to societal pressures. Strong men stand up against the actual function in place to stop us as human beings be able to progress and grow. Me and Tom are massively against this. We believe that men that are strong with a strong wife have a good family, a good life, and that is how we survived. This is a scary truth, but it is a scary fact.
Over 40% of fathers and husbands feel like they just don't really matter anymore to the family. And we are going to be here right now to tell you that that is the biggest load of bullshit we have ever seen. Ever, because I'll tell you something, and we're going to be completely honest with you, your role as the father, your role as the husband, your role as the family man is one of the most precious gifts you can have on this planet. It's the one thing that is going to lead you to the very success of life.
Let's be honest, in today's society, men are being told to step aside, and we naturally may feel that is the best thing to do because let's face it, we've always been brought up in the UK, as if you're British and born in Britain, to be a gentleman, to love women, and of course we do. Women are amazing, mystical human beings. We love everything about them. That's what makes us a strong man, a masculine man. But it is a scary statistic to know that 85% of youth that are in prison have come from fatherless homes. What does this tell you in society? It tells you that the men that are being pushed aside at the moment are causing issues in kids' life. And you've probably all seen the program Adolescence, and it's a very, very great but graphic novel, if you'd like, of a series where it's showing men going through, or young boys in this adolescence period where they become in toxic masculinity. And it's because they haven't got the father there in most cases to show them the way. And that is not right.
And society praises strong women, and quite rightly so. We need strong wives. We need our wives to be fully strong, fully supportive, and absolute rock for ourselves as well. But the only problem with that is it is shaming strong men. They use words like toxic masculinity, and if you want to have your own family and be the strong man and be the provider, you're almost looked down upon for trying to belittle women, which isn't exactly the case. And we know that, but that's what social media is getting a grip on.
This isn't just unfair, this is dangerous. And as I said about the adolescence program, it's showing that men or young boys growing up need guidance. And there's nothing wrong with being a strong man in today's world, as long as you've got that strong, beautiful woman ready to help. And that's why we're now going to go into 4 simple, real, actionable tips that you can take away from this video feeling, oh, cool, I've got something to do with my life that'll make me feel better.
Tip number 1, own your role as a rock, and by God, do not apologize for it. Own it. So if you are feeling like, oh, what do I do for my family? Well, I want you to do is take a pen and paper, and I want you to write something down. What it could be, one thing, could be three things, something that you do that supports your family. And I want you to look at that and think, yes, they need this part of me. Maybe you do the school runs. Maybe you are working 12-hour shifts and you're bringing in a lot of money for the family, which feeds them, keeps them warm, keeps them clothed. And remember, men are builders. So work on building. Build up that family dynamic.
Lead through presence, not just provision. This is a very important one for you as tip number 2. So what is this? This is taking 15 minutes a day, and it doesn't have to be 50 minutes. Obviously, it is time dependent on your job. But what you do is you take 50 minutes, no phones, no distractions, no Xbox, no TVs. You just sit there with your kids and wife if she wants to join in, and you just be present with them. It is more important to the kids in this case, and you put different times aside for your wife. You know, it's a bit more maybe romantic, or you go on a date day. Yeah. So what I do personally, for the first 5 minutes, I take a moment to sit there and talk about things. It might be a bit emotional, but you just talk about how your day's gone, how my day's gone, what I've done to overcome things. Second one is the fact that you sit there and do educational stuff. So it might be teaching them something about life. Trust me, this is so needed more than ever as schools, as much as they may be good teachers, you know, they're being forced to teach certain things in a lot of ways. And then the third thing is just have a bit of a laugh and play around. And you'll start to notice two things. Not only is your kids happier with you and they remember those moments with daddy or dad, but at the same time, you're also feeling oxytocin being released from you and your children, and your children mirrors that. It's such a special thing, and you can do it as of tomorrow or today or whenever you watch this video.
Now, tip number 3 might be a bit of a difficult one because men are quite worried to express like vulnerability. But tip number 3 is talk to a mate about your problems. Like, I could go over to Craig right now and tell him an issue. Now, me and Craig, right, we had a funny story where we were sort of going through probably our darkest times and talking to each other every night, but not really talking about any of the problems we had. When if we did, we probably would have realized our problems were very similar and we were undergoing a lot of the same stress. So just remember, like, if you're having these sort of any of those fears that we said at the beginning of the video, the chances are that whoever your mates are probably keeping in these fears to themselves as well. So talk to them, use each other as a vice to, like, you know, express how you're feeling. Maybe get some like manly advice, or maybe it's just for the fact that you just need to get something off your chest and you just need a bit of an outside perspective about what to do about it. Again, the offer is open up. If you feel like, oh, I've got something on my mind, you know, you can speak to myself or speak to Craig and say, this is the issue I'm having. Am I right? Am I wrong? How do I go about it? 100% talk to someone that's within your circle. And we are here if you haven't got anybody or if you don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, I love that tip. And tip 4, protect your mind like you protect your family. I get it. Men, dads, husbands out there in the world, you want to protect your family. And do you know what? No one should hold that against you. You want to be there for them. But to protect your family, you need to protect your mind. Because let's face it, if your mind's not working, you're overly stressed, you have burnout, you're not going to be able to protect your family. And by protect, by the way, for the people that come in here is going to leave 300 comments because they've just eaten a vegan burger and have forgot what it likes to be human. Don't worry about it. What I mean by protect is that it's being there in times of need. It's being vulnerable when they're vulnerable. It's being empathetic. It's not just about let's go and get a baseball bat and protect the family because someone might be at the front door. So much more to that, and so much more to you men. Don't worry about it. And also little things that you can do in the day as well. For instance, take people out of your life if they're toxic. Where's the biggest toxicity coming from these days? It's not from masculinity. It comes from social media. We all know that, and we all know the truth. Unfollow an account. Ban people, block people if they cause you negative feelings, like in the days of the 90s where if you didn't like something you just wouldn't watch it and stop complaining about it. And instead of that, you can come to channels like this where we talk about positivity and the fact that everybody can be equal and powerful together in harmony and for unanimity, so you can actually live together and love each other. Dads, this is not the end just because you've got kids and because we're in 2025 and everyone says that you are a piece of trash, because you're not. You're very special on what you do. This is where you start thinking. Your thoughts drive your feelings. Feed your strength and don't feed your stress. There's a lot of things out there that may cause fear, cause you anger. So don't worry, me and Tom have been in the same situation where we felt anger towards the society or against the system and being like, oh, I hate it. But at the end of the day, you've got a family next to you that doesn't need a man looking externally and worrying about all the problems, but instead of looking externally of where he can drive his family through happiness, success, and everything that goes with it. If today this video redeemed you, if this video somehow got you to start doing these actions and took you out of that horrible little cave where you can't be manly and be proud of yourself, then you can like, subscribe, and hit that bell button, because this will not be the last time that we talk on YouTube unless we get cancelled, possibly. And we will see you in the future, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100% that, Craig. Beautifully said. Beautiful summary there. Yes, please do put those tips into practice. It definitely will show a positive effect. As Craig stated in the beginning of the video, this will make a positive effect. So make sure you do, because that's the only way. And again, if you do feel like you need to have like a bit more questions that you want to be answered, feel free to drop it in the comments below, or check out our Facebook profiles that are in the description and in our bio. If you want to talk to us on a more private level, more one-to-one, our Facebooks are completely open for anyone to message us. And thank you as well for giving us so much of your treasured time. It has been a pleasure. We are all about making a happy man a happy home, because we have been sad men in crumbling homes, and we've had to build it back up ourselves, and we wish we had this sort of knowledge, this guidance as we went along, and that's why we went into this. That's what it's all about. It's about building you back home, because we love to see that. We want to see a brighter future, don't we, Craig?
We do. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching it to the end. If you have, it's been really appreciated. We get that you probably are a bit scared, but we will see you in the future. There is so much hope. You just need to find it. Something very important for you: lead with presence.
Up and down. You fucking got me.
Sorry, I sneezed, mate. I didn't mean to. Lead through presence, just not. Just got to put that time aside. No phones, no distractions. Sorry, I just saw my spit at the camera. At the same time, Daddy.
So keeps them warm, keeps them clothed.
I laugh at it. But at the same,
because you've got to remember that men are builders. So let your manhood.
yeah, and this is
Own your tip. Remember yourself that men are builders. So build it up. Oh,
you better
fuck
start
that,
again. Right? Just start with the build thing again, because I was already laughing and then you started. So.
Yeah.